today.
A morning ritual for people who think deeply.
Zen AM.
Hey man, you talking today?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Time for Zen AM. Start off with some breath work. Guten Tag, everybody. Guten Tag. Welcome to another episode of Zen AM. I'm your host, Nehemiah. We got Darian DTB Brooks tuning in from worldwide. This is
I promise y'all this wasn't planned, y'all.
this your day.
I know, man. You surprised me.
Friday's your day, man. We gotta come in right, man.
You surprised me. You even button it to the top.
All the way to the top.
Way to go.
I'm definitely gonna have to loosen that up a little bit because definitely choking a real one.
How you doing, man?
Oh, good, man. How you doing? We look like the Mormons in black, like the men in black, but the Mormons in black. Like we searching for aliens and people who have not found Jehovah in their life.
That's a fact. It's all
good with
man.
you, man.
I'm good, man. I'm up in North Carolina, man. I'm in North Carolina. I left yesterday around 4:00. Got here at like 8. The car drove itself, man. You can't beat it.
It drove itself the whole way there, huh?
Whole way there. Only had to charge up one time. $9. They came here with like 27% battery, so I'm doing good. I got some things that I got to do. Far as I'm a chairman of my family reunion this year, so I had to be on land, making sure everything get done for that in July.
Okay, see, so for those that don't know, there are a lot of people who are organized with their family reunions, and they do stuff like this. So you came just for the family reunion.
Yeah, that was my sole purpose, man. Come here.
How long was the drive?
4 hours.
Oh, that ain't bad.
4 hours when you're not driving.
It's not bad when you're not driving, huh?
Not bad at all.
And you could put Netflix on the thing?
Yeah, well, not when you driving, but you got ways around. If you got two phones, you got a phone holder, you can tilt your screen and watch what you want to watch. I was just listening to music, man. I was feeling like nostalgic of being on a road. This is my first solo road trip. In
your whole life?
Yeah, in my whole life.
For
normally
real?
it's like, normally like if I do road trips, I'll go, but I'm meeting somebody. But like to come and I'm here, I'm still 40 miles out from where I'm supposed to be at. So it's like, this is really like a solo road trip. It was fire.
Okay. That's dope, man. Congrats.
Had a Chick-fil-A salad on the way. It was good.
That's dope. You can't eat and drive, right?
You can. Man, I'll be like this. I got the food on the armrest, and I'll be.
So you got to do that so it's not supposed to see you eat.
No. It can see you eat.
Oh.
I just be leaned over. I got my neck pillow.
Oh, you in there, right? Oh,
I'm like on a couch. Yeah, it's like I'm on a couch, man.
You ain't hooked the video game up to it yet?
Nah, I ain't do it yet.
You ain't do it yet?
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Congrats. There's something liberating about traveling solo, right?
Yeah.
And something liberating. What are you taking from this trip? I mean, obviously it just started, but was different from this one compared.
It's a great escape for me because where we live at, where the property is country. So I see the stars at night. You can smell the country air. It's a great therapeutic scene for me just to get out of the city. And it's way slower here. So it's like you want to go to Walmart. That's the next biggest store. You got to drive 20 miles.
Oh, yeah. So
it's like everything is intentional. It's like if you're going here for a purpose.
Right.
So it's gonna be good.
And then what part are you in again?
I'm in Monroe, but we reside in Morven, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta see because I think LT is in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
so
what
I'm
I
about
hear.
45 to an hour from Charlotte.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
That is not bad. I heard this. I heard that scene out there is vibrant, especially for Black people. I heard North
Yeah,
Carolina
Charlotte.
is
Charlotte.
booming.
Yeah, the Queen City. It's a slower Atlanta, and that's what I like. I think
Mm,
that it's overcrowded, but it's
right,
still
right.
got the nightlife. Charlotte is becoming that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Charlotte is.
people are over the crowded cities.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think, and I can't even say people. I think it's the older we get
Hmm.
because when we look at Houston and we look at Texas and we look at Spring Break and Daytona Beach and all these places, you still get large crowds assembling. So the younger people want to be outside.
Right,
The
right,
younger
right.
people, like I think the people should be at spring break, right?
Yeah,
The 18 to 25-year-olds, and then you got the 25 to 32-year-olds who never went to college and they
right,
show up, but they
right,
outside. So it's kind
right.
of like that gap. It's like there's only a few people in their 30s who find that appealing anymore.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. So that's dope, man. Congrats. And you said you staying out there for how long?
Um, I'm gonna probably leave on Saturday.
Okay.
Probably like Saturday morning. So I'm only here for like a day and a half, pretty much.
Did you look up some stuff you could do for a first time solo tripreneur? Would that be the word? A
Nah, cause
tripreneur?
you No, because the crazy thing is like I didn't even take off for work. So like I have a meeting today at 10, but other than that, I'm gonna be free. I'm taking my aunts out. So it's like that's one of the things. Like I my grandmother, she passed away. This would be the 10th year anniversary on my mother's side, my great grandmother. And lately I just been missing her crazy. So it's like, man, what can I do to like honor her? And she still got
Hmm.
two remaining sisters that's alive. So I wasn't in this position when she was alive, and I was like, dang, I wish I could take my grandmother out and drive her around in my car and stuff like that. So I was like, let me just do it for her sisters while they still here and live in spirit. So I'm gonna
Right.
take them out for lunch and stuff like that, have a good time, and then start working on this family reunion. I'm gonna FaceTime you so you can see it and stuff like that. We got a man-made pond and everything.
Ooh,
Yeah, my uncle built a man-made pond with fish and everything in it.
dang. So you don't have to leave. You could literally live off the
Yeah,
fat. Can you eat the fish?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the way to
yeah,
do it.
yeah. The fish been there. They've been in the pond for like over 25 years.
Yeah.
And
Oh
no
wow.
nobody really go fishing back there. So I'm gonna do some research because we're trying to make it more economically smart for family business.
Okay.
So allowing people to go on the property and fish and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures. I'll FaceTime y'all as well if y'all want to see it. It's a great thing to see. We got 104 acres.
104
It's crazy,
acres.
bro. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then my uncle right across the street, he got 72. I'm like, dang, I just need 20.
20's a lot.
I know.
20's a lot. I'm about to buy some land, man. I'm next.
Yeah.
That's the next venture
Yeah.
because land never goes away, right? Land never goes away, and there's only so much of it.
Yeah.
And there's only so much of it. I be on the Land Watch website, all that.
Mhm.
So looking at land is something that's next, man. I don't want to buy no house. I'm already over that. Like,
Right.
who cares about a suburban house somewhere? I'd rather rent that, have the landlord handle all of the issues with that,
Mhm.
and I'll go get me some land.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Like,
I
which one you
see
reading?
Pinky, she said we're gonna rent a Tesla to drive down to Georgia for the Brooks family gathering in June so it can drive us since we're not doing the planes right now. I'm gonna tell you that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Get a Tesla house. I'm moving down there.
Yeah,
That's the next thing. I want to start working on putting properties on the land so we can rent out and things like that. Cause it's crazy for me to come in town and I mean, of course, I could I have family members that I can stay with, but I'm thinking about my cars. Like, all right, I gotta find the nearest charging station. Now, like having an EV, you gotta think for your car first, then think for yourself. So it's like it's all good.
It's kind of like having a bougie girl.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got to think for her first. Like we
Yeah.
can't stop at McDonald's. We can't. She gonna need something better.
Yeah.
Definitely can't take her to Chili's.
Yeah.
She'll break up with me. Don't even let me mention Applebee's or Chili's. She walking out the door.
That's a fact.
I didn't done that. Look, y'all, we was talking about that single thing. I didn't plan trips by myself, and I didn't plan trips with women's. And I tell you that planning your trip by yourself is way easier. I don't need much for a hotel.
Nah.
I'll be thinking about them though. Sometimes I'm like, oh, she can't walk in like this. No, give me the Motel 4. I don't even need the 6. Give me the Motel 4.
He said, just give me the red roof. Y'all don't need the inn. Just
give me the red roof. Don't even give me the inn. As long as y'all got that free fake waffle breakfast. Yeah. You know how they do. Them ain't real waffles, y'all. But I'll be messing them up with the stale muffins that they got and the oatmeal. I'll be tearing that stuff up, man.
Look.
See, you already know we got to do the Zen AM travel edition to show y'all how we get down. The essentials. So since you in a hotel, right? And you traveling, I want to know what is some essentials that you be traveling with, because you self-care to the max. So I'm very curious as to, I know you bring something with you. You probably do something for the lighting, you do something for the smell. But
you know what? I thought about it. I really thought about it, right? And I'm spoiled now because I went and got under the sheets, and I'm like, these sheets ain't got nothing on my house, on my home bed. So it's like, I thought about bringing like some spray and stuff like that, but no, I took it light because I'm only gonna be here for like a day. And when you in the country, when you out, you out. When you in, you in. So I don't think I'm gonna be in here too long to really like splurge out. But when I go like on my camping trips, I take candles. May take like a small little lamp and stuff like that for reading. Just creating a vibe and the element. So, but I do need to work on the travel essential list.
Yeah, you got to. We're gonna need that one next. We're gonna need Darian. Yeah, we're gonna need that one next. Shout out to all our IG people popping in.
IG.
One Brunch, Alexandra Castado, Ruben, aka Rue, Yappy Yap, Miss JP. We got Queen Bee's Herbal. I still ain't got my stuff. That's my dream. I still ain't got my stuff.
We need that.
Wade Jess, J Cause, Alexander, what up for popping in? Yeah, I need that. I need that, man.
You looking fly today, man.
Come on, man. Will the defendant please rise? He said, what do you say to a black man in a suit?
Oh man, it feels good.
That was back in the day when you could say racist jokes.
Hey man,
you can't say racist jokes no more.
Why can't you?
You know why? Get canceled. Hold on. Let's start off. This content shared on this show is for informative and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended for medical, psychological, legal, or finance advice. Always consult with a qualified professional regarding your specific situation. The views expressed are personal opinions and do not reflect the views of any affiliated organization.
Let's go.
Yeah, you can't say racist jokes like you could. Because we come from the time is much more sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is way more sensitive. Everything is more sensitive. You got to think. People don't even want to go outside right now. That's how sensitive the world is.
That's a fact.
She said blacks are allowed to make racist jokes. It's our reparations. We never got our reparations.
I don't think we're going to get it.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think we're going to get it. We too many generations down, and then it's so many interracial couples. Like, I don't think we missed that ship a long time ago.
Look, if Trump was smart, and if he really wanted to deflect from these Epstein files, which he has not been able to do yet, they didn't throw everything at us. They didn't throw in aliens. They didn't throw in multiple wars. You know what they haven't tried? Reparations. Start talks of reparations. I guarantee you'll throw the sin off. But
Yeah,
they don't like black people so much that they won't even use us to throw the sin off. It's like, use us for something like
that's a
something we
fact.
could benefit from. Y'all won't even do that. Y'all won't like
The
y'all won't
world,
even do that.
it would be too wild, like if they gave everybody reparation.
What you think it'll look like? That's what does all right, this whole episode is based off of what happens if blacks were to get their reparations.
Right.
They did the episode of it though, remember? On the Boondocks?
Nah, I ain't see that one.
They did a whole episode where they gave all black people reparations. It was hilarious. You got to go see that. It was funny.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, I know what I would do if I had the money. I would move to the countryside. Well, I think that's where everybody would have to go because it's like that's where all the land is still.
I don't know if people gonna be buying land like that.
For real?
I don't think so. I don't think that there's a lot of and this is just basic, right? I feel like for a lot of people who are living in poverty, and this isn't even just black people, it's just poverty, period. I feel like a lot of people who are living in poverty, and this isn't everyone, but that's a mentality as far as financial literacy goes.
Right.
So a lot of people in poverty don't know how to move the dollar.
Mhm.
And that's one of the reasons why they find themselves in poverty, because it's more of a mentality of what to do with your money when you get it.
Right.
So most of us are taught that, you know, especially growing up without financial literacy at all, we're taught that our money is to pay bills.
Mm-hmm.
Money's to pay bills and to get you a few things that you want, you know, but we learn that that's not true. And it's hard for us to break that as we become adults, right? Because then you get into the middle class, right? If you get your money a little bit better. And then when you get into the middle class, you think that your money is to keep your lifestyle, to keep your credit good, to keep your lifestyle, be able to keep up with the Jones when that new Tesla drop, Sharon across the street got it, we gonna get it. We got the nice little home. So when you're middle class, they wouldn't even really know how to stretch that money because it's only going to go to keeping their lifestyle the same. So the only way reparations work is if they start to change that poverty mind state to know that money is only here to make us more money. Right. That's all money is for. And until you understand that, we'll always find ourselves in some type of debt because we don't know what to do with it. Like when we get money, a lot of times when we're uneducated about it, and I'm speaking highly about myself a lot, we don't even put money aside for taxes.
Right.
We go spend it, and then tax time come, and now we don't know where that $3,000 or $4,000 gonna come from that we owe.
Right. No, that's a fact. I mean, but how do you feel once this whole we in this AI phase where jobs is getting eliminated? So it's like they're gonna have to. Money is still gonna have to come in, even though we're not working. So where's that gonna come from? I think it's gonna come from government funding. Yep, government funding, and they'll come up with a package and say, "Hey, if you live in Wichita, and we'll give you 15 acres, roadside view, and you get a stipend of $5,000 a month or something like that." Would you do it?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because I'm still gonna grind.
Right. No, that's a fact.
People like us, we just look at that as one stream. We are multiple stream income type people.
Right.
So I'm never comfortable with just one stream of income. Even when I work a regular job like I do now, when I'm not working, I'm working because I can't depend on just one stream. So I would definitely be down for it's a tough one because we know what happens with universal with like a universal compensation. We know what's going to happen. It's going to change. People are going to be even more lazier than they are now.
Right.
So when it comes to that, and also they're going to have these smart cities where they control everything And I don't know if I want to be a part of that. I think that I would rather be outside of. I want to be a part of the matrix, but not in it.
They
So
slowly, the crazy thing is, I went to downtown Atlanta last week because I had to go to IKEA, and for the first time, I saw the robots on the sidewalk that that handles the mobile deliveries.
yeah.
And it looked like the scooters. You remember when we was in Baltimore and we just had scooters on? It was just robots all over, and they just like glitching, going down a speed bump, like just glitching. I'm like, yo, this is where we headed, where it's like everything around is just gonna be like AI, robots, and things like that. But I feel like that'll be the stuff for reparation. I think that's the only way, because they wouldn't need us.
Right. They don't need us
Actually,
now.
yeah, but actually, we taking up too much space
Yeah.
in major cities. So I feel
Yeah.
like that would be the reason for to push us out.
I mean, they're already pushing us out.
Right. That's
That's
true.
already happened. Gentrification is happening all around right now
Right.
in every
Right.
city. So that's already happening. They're gonna be pushing us into these small little. It's gonna go back to the old days of just small communal tribes out in desolate areas,
Mhm.
because gentrification is happening in Inglewood. It's happening in Watts. It already happened in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Have you been to Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Brooklyn
Yeah.
don't look nothing like. I be sitting there like, this where Biggie was at. It don't look too
Right.
bad. Biggie
Yeah.
over here telling us his problems is bad. It ain't bad over here. It's nice. Come over here by the Williamsburg. There's
Yep.
this like it was
Yep.
not bad at all.
Yeah. Brooklyn
But
look real good. Harlem look good. The only place that don't look good is Queens. Queens is like,
nah, also Queens is still bad. But also the Bronx.
yeah.
The
Boogie
Bronx
down
ain't
Bronx.
don't look no up. They ain't done nothing
Yeah.
over there. It's worse. The Bronx is worse. I stayed there a few years ago, right by Yankee Stadium, and I heard it's worse now. It's like some girl crashed into the projects that our brethren lived in.
Mhm.
Before she crashed, I mean, she's still in the car before the paramedics come and they start robbing her.
Mm.
You don't go up in them projects. We was staying in the projects. Don't go up there. Like
Yeah.
all them videos that y'all see on YouTube and stuff. That's what it was like. We was in the projects in the Bronx, show.
That's
Like the
crazy.
don't come up here unless you know somebody type projects.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was
Right.
wild. It was wild. Bronx is different. Bronx is different because most of them are Dominican. A lot of Dominicans.
Most definitely.
And they don't play. Them Dominicans don't play.
That's what would you say is your favorite borough in New York?
Definitely Brooklyn.
I would have to say
Definitely
the
Brooklyn. My favorite hotel is the Williamsburg. Like that whole area.
same. Yeah.
Williamsburg, forget it, man. I love that area. I just sit outside. I have me they got the best coffees out there. Everything. New York is just one of my favorite cities. The reason why I love New York is because Europe and New York are very similar.
Yes.
They are very similar.
Yeah.
So I love that vibe of outside electricity, towns don't sleep, street traffic, people intermingle with each other, public transportation. You got a lawyer next to a homeless person and they all just live it in the same world. Nothing closes at any time. You could get up and do something. People are just alive.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I love to dress up in New York and London. I mean, it's just like that vibe. Getting off the train, fall time, you got your trench on. It's a vibe.
It's an adult vibe, and that's what I don't. California's never been a dressy city.
Right.
California's lax, very chill. New York and the East Coast they got them gear.
Yeah.
You dressing up, so they putting it on, man. Yeah. So it's dope. I love New York, man. But gentrification, happening there. So I would say it's like for us to get reparations. I honestly don't even think that they will be afraid to give it to us. Truthfully, because they're gonna get it right back.
Oh yeah,
it's coming right back to them. The black dollar is the only dollar that does not circulate in its community before exiting. every other community, especially the Jewish dollar, the Russian dollar, the Middle Eastern dollar, all of those dollars circulate in the community at least 5 or 6 times before it even leaves that community.
Mm-hmm.
Ours doesn't. Ours comes in and goes straight out. Like if you
No,
look at
that's
most of the owned stores in the hood, it's not blacks, Koreans own like you go. We don't our hair products and everything. We're not even making money off of them. We spending billions every single year.
that's a
The black
fact.
dollar is one of the most powerful dollars. It moves the economy, and that's the reason why that whole Target boycott was such a big deal. Because that was like one of the first times we ever came together, and Target lost so much money, so much they had to start apologizing immediately. They never cared. Never.
Yeah, I just seen something about Target. Shout out to Jamal Bryan. He said that we can go shopping back at Target. I'm like, who gave you the power to say we can go back
Yeah.
shopping at Target? But shout out, man.
Yeah. Who like, oh, it's good now. I guarantee he done been in Target since then.
Yeah,
I guarantee somewhere in there. These rich dudes, and we saw what happened with the BLM people. They was all corrupt. We knew it, but that was already being said. That's what I'm saying. That's why I love this is the time for the conspiracy theories. We out here chilling because when that Black Lives Matter dropped, and I'm sitting here like, who appointed them?
Right.
Who appointed them? We didn't appoint them.
Right.
And you start doing your digging. You like, hold on. Who's George Soros? And why does his name keep popping up?
Yeah.
And you like, so this is the guy that funded Black Lives Matter?
Right.
That's a very interesting source of money. Like, did y'all ever see? So when they popped up, I was like, oh yeah, we ain't doing none of that. I know it's going. Nah, y'all ain't. Nah. Now we seeing the main person got in, what was that? Stole millions. The other person just got in trouble for beating up a woman.
Yeah.
Like
PPP loan, all of that.
PPP loan.
That's a
so
fact.
We know. So I don't think they'll be afraid to give us reparations. What they're saying is, how do they track it? Right. Like, how do they know who to give to?
Right.
That's kind of what they're saying. And the argument has been, well, it's easy. All you got to do is look at these companies that we know were raised and started from slave labor. A lot of those companies are still around today. Those families are still eating. Families like Kellogg's and all of this, like a lot of those companies were built off of slave labor. So you go off of the companies who were built off of slave labor, you're able to kind of calculate it, the descendants, that type of stuff. So that's kind of one of the ways that they've talked about being able to issue it is like that.
I mean, it would be nice if they did it. I don't think they're gonna do it. But it would be a good thing to see just for the ancestors before. I know what I would definitely do right by the money. Shout out to Pinky. She says that's how they doing it here in Baltimore. They cleaning up Park Heights area. They're gonna have Park Heights looking like the Hamptons.
The Hamptons. I was in Baltimore. I did a gig out there maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I'm driving through and we going to was it Jimmy Seafood or something? Yo, I'm driving through and I'm like, because I'm always with Marlo and them when I go to Baltimore.
Right.
I'm not with them this time. I'm with
right.
I'm not with them, all right? I'm like, yo, this area is nice. My hotel, they're like, Baltimore got nice areas?
Yeah.
I'm over here like, there's suburbs here. I'm driving through, there's lofts, there's these nice shops. I was like, yo, I didn't even know this part of Baltimore existed.
You got to think, in the inner cities, the black dollar is being spent more than ever. So now they're going to be like, okay, we're going to bring these high-end stores to you. We're going to start off giving you the Old Navy, the H&M. Then we'll probably go up, upgrade you from a Target, maybe put an Ulta there. Then before you know it, you got high-end designer stores, Zara.
Right.
I think that's where it's gonna go.
That's where it's going, right?
Yeah.
And then this is how they use rap music. And this is why we had an argument before we even started our podcast or our morning show.
Okay.
And you remember it. This happened a while ago. It was when we were playing with the idea of doing this morning show. We was going to do a podcast, and we was talking about if Drake was good for hip hop or not.
Oh yeah, most
It was
definitely.
like our first topic, and
Oh
it was
yeah,
dope. And then we pulled Chuck in,
yeah. Do we
but
still
this
have
is
that footage or no? Or did I win that? Just let people know.
you definitely. I think it was one of those things where it just started going back to opinions. So, so neither one of us was coming with any facts. I think, but I would say probably at the time you won. But I would say if we would have that argument now, I won, because usually you win the arguments immediately, but then they don't age well.
Ooh.
Like you'll win.
I like that. That's true. I'll give you that.
That's how it be. You'll win, and I'm like, damn, he got me. And then a week later, he'd be like, I'm texting you. Nah, see, I was right.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, don't put that episode out. Keep it in the archives.
So, but to the point, this is how they use black. This is how people like Drake are used, because now you got people like Drake who make us feel a certain type of way if we're not spending a certain amount of money. And this is the tool that they use. Mm-hmm. Drake has been a catalyst for this often. I mean, even to the fact where he make you feel bad about taking a party bus. He put that in his raps. Make you feel bad about going to hibachi. Like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you've heard the lyrics. You've heard it. So it goes back when we were like all these people going to this restaurant trying to split the receipt, is because rap music has influenced these people to try to be in a class that they can't afford. And now they spending a little bit of money to try to show off and be categorized the same way that their leaders are. And it's used just as a tool to keep them broke.
And that's the thing. It's like, I was just talking to my sister and I was like, yo, kids don't even go to Red Lobster. Back in the day, like Red Lobster used to be that restaurant. You know, you go in there and get the virgin strawberry daiquiri and stuff like that. We went as a family. You tell somebody let's go to Red Lobster, they looking at you crazy. Like they want to go to Nobu. They want to go to a Michelin star.
Right.
Like it's crazy in these times. I'm like, dang, y'all don't want to go to Longhorn, like TGI days?
Right. That's why you got to get you a foreign girl. Go get you one of the foreign girls. But
why is that?
They appreciate stuff more. And also, they don't got the chains that we got, so they don't got any bad connotation to Apple and Chili. This is gonna be the first time they heard it. They don't even know. Like, you want to go to Chili's? Oh, never heard of that. Perfect. Let's go. Perfect, baby. Look, I'm gonna show you all the good stuff. It's a popular store. It's called the 99-cent store in the Dollar Tree. Okay, I don't take everybody here. It's special.
No, that's a fact.
Trick them. So yeah, we're conditioned. You right, the Nobu and all of that. Like people are going to these places that they can't afford. They're getting these cars that they can't afford. They rocking these name brands that they can't afford, and this is what it's always been. So that's the reason why they would never be worried about giving us reparations. That's why they're not worried about giving these NBA. We'd be sitting here like, how are they getting paid so much? They don't care. That money coming right back to them. No, what's the first thing that happens with the NBA players? They get told to go with this real estate guy. It's usually a Middle Eastern guy or a white dude. You new to Denver. You just got signed to the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to hook you up with my real estate agent. Boom. Now, right off the bat, their money's going to an agent that's not even in the community.
Yeah.
Now they got to furnish it. Mm-hmm. Who they going to find if they get an interior designer? A lot of times it's not want somebody in the community.
Right.
Then they got to get dressed. Sometimes they'll pick somebody in the community for that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, no. Who's their management? Who's their lawyer? That's why we shout out to our guy. Who's it? Paul? What's our dude?
Paul.
What's our guy? Oh, Ron. What's his name? Our brethren. LeBron James manager. What's the brethren name?
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Pull his name up. But that brethren right there, he's been killing it because he has been taking these black athletes who normally would go broke, who would spend all their money, and he's become one of the biggest agents in the game, trying to show black athletes how to have longevity.
Yeah,
Rich Paul. That's our brethren. Rich Paul. Beast.
But you know you know the thing is, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's like we don't highlight other jobs or positions only like entertainment wise. Like black people are only can be sports,
Yep. Yep.
um, rap,
Yep.
movies, but we don't highlight the number one doctor, African American doctor in your city, or the number one real estate agent in your city, or your
Yep.
number one tax credit guru in your city. And I think if we start doing that, then people be like, you know what, we're gonna all our work, we go here. And it's
Mhm.
crazy. It's like we buying all these diamonds and stuff like that, but I don't see no black owned diamond franchise that these
Right.
artists is like branding up. I'm talking about they dropping 50 to 100 bands every time they walk in there, and it's like, but I don't judge. I let them do. You know, it's your money. You do it how you want. But if we're gonna talk about like reparation and empowering and keeping that black dollar circulating, we got to start having these conversations. Like, if you're gonna go buy a house, only deal with this person. If you're gonna get a bank, only go to this person. But
That's how
um,
they do. That's
yeah,
that's 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 how it works in the other communities.
right,
They have a list of people. You need this, go here. But you're absolutely right. When we look at where the black dollar goes, we don't own we don't own any type of market share.
yeah,
We have made almost every single brand popular that we rap about. We took Tommy Hilfiger. We any type of alcohol, we blow it up. Don't nobody know about it until it's put inside of the rap songs. Look at what Dipset did with Supreme.
yeah.
Like we are the culture.
Chrome
We
heart,
Chrome Heart. Like what we do sets the trend. We are the trendsetters. And why is it that the areas that we spend so much money in, no one's trying to get any market share in that area? We know that Negroes is going to buy some diamonds.
mm-hmm.
We know the first thing that happens, that's their welcome into the fame. You get out of jail and you've been a rapper, and as soon as you get out of jail, what is the first thing that they do? They put your necklaces right back on you. They put you right back in your chains.
Right,
That's the
right,
first thing they do. They're not handing you keys to land. They putting a necklace back on your neck.
mm-hmm.
There you go, back in chains. Now go finish the rest of the albums you got on this contract. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have that. We know that we're gonna spend half of our money on. Why don't we have a black Benny the Baller or
Right,
a black Jacob the Jeweler?
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Why don't we have this? Why don't we have a very, very prominent black sports car owner that has
mm-hmm.
the top car dealerships in places like Atlanta, in places like Florida, in places like that, to where hey, no, we're going to Charles with the cars. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, no, our
right,
community goes straight to Charles because we're going to spend that money anyway. We
yeah,
know, but we don't. We don't. There is no list of all these things, and that's the reason why when Black Lives Matter came out, I was like, that's cool, and I understand how this could be impactful, but the real problem in the black community is economics. That's
mm-hmm.
the real. It ain't voice. We got voice, but it's economics. And this goes
Right,
back to the last conversation that we had a while ago when we was talking about we was talking about Nicki Minaj or something. And it, like you just
yeah,
said, we need to be showing more of them. And that's
right,
literally what I said. I said
right,
they don't know about Claude Anderson. They don't know
right,
about these people. And this
right,
was exactly the argument that I said, is that why aren't these people put in the front? When we look at Caucasians and all of these other brothers and sisters, they have a wide variety of people who will show them.
mm-hmm.
Where is the black Gary V? Where's the
Right.
black Mark Zuckerberg? Where is the black what's our brethren from the Mavericks who own the Maverick?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban.
Where's our black Mark Cuban? And this
Right.
is why I got on that whole 50 Cent thing. Is like, you could have easily been one of those in the black community. Very easily. Somebody who actually was like, Gary V's giving knowledge every day. He not over there. He not
But
over there, you know.
But we had Kanye, but you see what they did to him.
Yeah, we still have
So
him though. We know we have. It's not even a had thing. Like he's still around.
no, he's still around, but he wasn't where he was when he had everything.
Right. They made an example out of him.
They made an example. So now people with money or people that had some type of power is looking like, I don't want to be on that list.
Yep.
Because when they put you and they appoint you as that leader or that head and you got that following, they trying to X you out.
Yes.
Allegations, everything. You seen what they did to Bill Cosby?
They look what they did to, and people don't even know this. Look what they did to Malik York.
Yeah.
Malik York was almost the original Dr. Sabi.
Mm-hmm.
Malik York was doing this out in New York. So this is what they do. And this is
So
what
like,
I
do you
always...
blame them?
Who?
Do you blame black people from taking a step back?
I don't know if I blame people for taking a step back. It's more so of just not being aware and taking the right steps forward. We know what the game plan is. So I don't blame us from not necessarily wanting to be leaders, but I blame us from where we still spend our money,
Right.
knowing that that's going straight to oppressors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the blame goes in. You don't got to be a leader, but at least be smart and don't fund the army that's fighting you. Like,
right. Well,
you're giving your money straight to the other side and they getting weapons and you ain't got nothing.
And I hate to bring this person up, but that's one reason why, like, I salute Dr. Umar, like, throughout his whole situation. Is like, he's trying his best to do everything black, carpenters and things like that. And he tells us stories like, hey, carpenter showing up late, using the wrong color. Like, so I think that's probably one of the main reasons why people don't always go 100% black. They may give you 75 black business that they support, but they not gonna go all out 100% black because I don't know. I can't speak for everybody.
I can speak for that side just a little bit, just because of having businesses and stuff.
Right.
And running Airbnb for a while. You ran the car business and stuff. I don't know what it is. And well, I do. I mean, we kind of have a little bit of an idea that it does come. This I'm telling you, what we're dealing with now comes from slavery. Right. This is why that book, Breaking the Psychological Chains of Slavery, is important for all of us to read, because we don't know how we're affected by it today. And we keep on repeating the same actions and we don't even know that it's keeping us in the same spot. Because we do have all of this information, like it's all prevalent and it's all right there in front of us. And this is one of the things that happens. You know, once again, we don't appoint our leaders. When someone like Kanye comes around, they make an example out of him. So get back in line. Don't do this. Get back in line. That was literally from slavery. And slavery happened and the slave tried to escape. They would discipline him in front of the other slaves. And then ultimately what they would do is they would stop disciplining him and then discipline other slaves based off of his actions. So then what happened is that psychologically they started to become their own police. So if he wanted to run, they say, you better not run. You're going to get us beat.
Right.
And now we have that. So when Kanye starts talking and all of this, we be like, no, keep it down. You're going to get us in trouble.
Right.
We don't want them looking over here. That has continued. And that's the reason why we are the same way that we are. And blacks are still dealing with those systemic things. We have been forced to always work for other people's corporations, always build them up. We were separated as slaves as this is the strong slave. This is this. This is this. This is the one that we use for mating. This is one that we just use to sing the songs, and we have been categorized. And it still sticks today, like still to this day. So until we start to understand the hands that are gripping us and are puppeteering us, we will never be in control.
Right.
Just won't.
Take a sip, man. I think it's the collar shirt, man. What you think?
I do feel wise.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Even shout out to Numerology Nation. Let me read the last one she said. I just say if we lean into the lazy stereotype as we as a community would cripple the economy, which is why we have the grind mentality.
That's so true. because that, that lazy thing was pushed. I don't know if anybody, this is the whole minstrel show and all of that. If you look back at the cartoons that they used to have, talking about the Negro, and the Negro was lazy and slouched and the big lips and walking slow, and they made us look like animals, and they taught the others that we were a lower species and that we had to be educated and everything, and we weren't smart, we weren't this. So that's what has been a continuation of. And this is why they do Jim Crow, is because you train them to use the back door once, then they'll start using it by themselves. And the same stuff that they used to say to us in that position are the same things that our parents are saying to us as kids. They talking to us the same way Massa used to talk to them.
Right.
And now it's being get your black, you lady, mama, you hear that enough, you're gonna believe it. You start to hear it enough, you lady, you don't do, you're gonna start believing that. If I tell you how many times my aunt told me I was lazy, I started believing, yeah, you're right, I'm lazy, I ain't doing nothing. You're right. I am lazy. You know what I'm saying? Words stick. And until we aren't told you're powerful, you are beautiful, you are magical, anything you want in this life you can have. There's nothing stop. That's not how our conversations are in our house. We being yelled at, and we're not able to be kids, and we being talked to like we adults, and get off the car. Don't go in that kitchen, don't go in that refrigerator. I can't go in the fridge if I'm hungry and you at work all day.
Right.
What you mean? Like, I get beat if I don't do the dishes. That makes me not want to do the dishes. You think you are making me hate dishes. I'm associating dishes with me getting my ass beat. Like, I don't want to see no dishes. So it's the same, and it's pushed onto us. So that's why it's hard for us to break this mentality, because we don't even know that we passing it along.
Generational trauma. That's exactly what it is. Generational trauma. And I won't go forth in this lifetime without rewriting the scripts for generations after me. That's the way I move, how I dress, how I talk, how I love, how I listen. I don't want how the past was before me. Some of it was good, but not all of it was good. And the stuff that wasn't good, I'm trying to rewrite history. And I feel like that's what we're supposed to be here for, to rewrite history, to make the next generation better, set the next generation up. And sad to say that hasn't been happening for the generations before me. So it's like, now that I know and I have the understanding, I gotta start applying things. That's how that's the reason I'm moving the way I'm moving. Like, and sometimes it be hard. Like, bro, it ain't nobody on this side of my family thinking how I am. Like, I'm out here by myself planning this family reunion. Yes, I have a committee, but they don't have the excitement. They not driving 3-4 hours solo to do this. So it's like certain things, when it's appointed to you, you gotta be thankful. Like, I'm thankful for how God made me and just my thought process and the people that trained me up along the way, because I owe it to myself, but I owe it to them as well to keep it going and making things better and refreshing for the next generation.
Right. Well said, man. Take a sip. Oh, now what's today? What's under that do-rag?
It's oatmeal in a minute.
So I just warm that stuff up. It's tough. It's tough breaking, and that is like, it's literally modern day slavery. And Kanye got in trouble for talking about this, but it's literally modern day slavery. How many of us are in a form of slavery right now that we just don't see? And I don't know if y'all ever seen like the opening of Roots when Kunta Kinte got on the plantation, and he's looking around and they got him in the truck and he's like trying to peep the scene. He see that nobody is chained up and he's trying to talk to them like, how many of them is it? Like, trying to get info, like, yo, what's good? We about to pop out. And they just sitting there looking at him like, brother, don't come over here with this stuff. And he was like, there's no chains on this. There's no nothing. Let's get it. Let's fight. And he was singled out and isolated.
Right.
And that's what happens to us. We get singled out. We get isolated. We're on a plantation and we looking around. We're like, hey, people like you and me is like, there's 100 of us and there's only one of him and we not on chains. Let's run up in his room and get him. Like that's how we are, right? And we had other ones like that. I mean, you had a lot of them. They had the movie about the bridge. What's the bridge? And they had the whole movie about them. We had a lot of the slave rebels like that, and the name is drawing a blank to me right now.
Can I drop a fun fact? Where my family is from, the county is called Anson County. That's where they shot the original Color Purple. Yeah.
It probably looked just like. Does it still look the same?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you, man. So, I mean, some of this, a lot of that still looks the same, bro.
That's crazy. What she said? Well, go ahead, read that.
Which is why the light skin dark stuff happens. So the light skins help the dark skins kill the master in their bed.
Mm-hmm. J. Cole did that video about this. He did. Remember that video? I think it's the video with the song with him and Missy.
Let me see. J. Cole.
Yeah, I think he did a music video like that. Him and Missy.
Nobody's Perfect.
Nobody's Perfect. Look at the video for that. Oh man. Are they like slave quarters? But you're perfect for me.
Nah, I don't see that.
Oh, let me see. He did one. Yeah, I think that was one of them. But yeah, they did the video about this.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all got to see it because it's such a dope. Oh, it came on too. Oh yeah, hold on. He plays a house slave. Which one?
Which one is that?
GOMD. What song is that? Oh, this song.
Oh, okay.
You remember here? I could share it with y'all real quick. We'll share it just for a second, just so y'all could I want y'all to go and watch this when y'all get a chance. But this was this was the video that they did, and it was so powerful. It will go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to turn it down because of the volume. But yeah, so they did the video about this, man. I'm telling you. See, he a light skin in there. See what I'm saying? So y'all go back and watch that. Look, when we do Zen PM and our Patreon, this is the stuff that we're gonna be able to do. We're gonna be able to watch the stuff with y'all, react to it, and all that. Right now, we'll get in trouble with the copyright, but
that's a fact.
Like that's why J. Cole wanted to that's the artists put the stuff in their messages. Like if you watch, the real ones will put the stuff out there. They'll put it in their lyrics. He said, drug dealer buy Jordan, crackhead buy crack, and the white man get paid off for all of that. Come on, man. Like it's Biggie. Either you sling crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
Yeah.
Only way to get out this has been our uprising in this world. So that mentality is such a hard one to break.
I think we slowly getting out of it, man. I'm gonna be honest. And absolutely. I love Atlanta so much, bro. I love the state Georgia so much because you don't see a lot of Black excellence in any other city. Houston is probably next.
DC.
But DC as well.
Virginia.
But to see Black excellence, it's an amazing thing to see. When Chuck came from I picked Chuck up from the airport, he was like, man, it's all these Black people. He's like, y'all even got a Black sheriff. He was like, I ain't seeing all of this. And I'm thinking it's just, a normal day, but it's just like, you really don't realize what you really have until somebody else who don't have it sees it and then amplifies them. Like, damn, you're right. Like, it is a lot going on in Atlanta. It is a lot of black businesses going on. It is a lot of black luxury, black love, black self, black health. It's a great thing to see.
Yeah, that's a crazy experiment right there. This is what I want everyone to do.
Homework.
That is homework. Imagine, and it's for everybody. No colors involved. But just imagine that a runaway slave were to just pop up at your house and they saw all of the opportunities available to you. Imagine what they would say to you and tell you what you are not taking advantage of that they would with the opportunities that you have. They're going to be like, you got a computer? You can read? You have access to a car? You got a phone? What?
So that's what I did with ChatGPT. I asked Chat, what would somebody that was born in the 1950s say to the life that we're currently living? And he said a lot of them would be in fear to get in a car that can go 80 miles per hour on the highway. They used to only being in horses and things like that. So you can actually do that. And I'm going to tailor it to them looking, because I talk to Chat a lot, so they know who I am as a person. So I'm gonna recircle that. Maybe next week I'll come up with the what is it called, the prompt that we can put in. Yeah, man. But it's just like having lights, planes flying, like
right.
all of that is new, man.
Yeah. So we gotta, when we talk, and this is so important, right? Our people have horrible traditions. We are super aware of them and don't do that with our kids. Boo, man, tell me what y'all don't do with y'all kids. I'm curious as to how y'all are breaking that, breaking some of these chains, because one of the things that we can even do is personalize it. Personalize it. A Chat, someone from 15, whatever. Where in my life, if you were someone less fortunate, where in my life would you see that I have all of these advantages that I'm not taking advantage of? And Chat to break it down.
Yeah, most definitely.
Chat did it for our show. When I did the deep run for this morning show, it said, you have Nehemiah from MTV who has 48,000 followers and he doesn't even have this in his bio.
Right.
So it'll tell you, let's find out where we could be better. Like, I'm all about using it to become better.
Shout out to Numerology Nation. I just realized a few months ago that the reason why so many rappers are drug dealers is because that's how they able to get a big lump sum and invest in themselves. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Drug
Murder
money.
Inc., Cash Money.
Rockefeller.
Everyone that you could think of. G Unit.
Yeah.
Everyone. And that's why Biggie said either you slang crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. That's literally why he said that, because we were taught, especially in the 90s, that we only had two ways to be. That was either athletes or entertainers. And that was it. And when we look at NWA was funded by Eazy-E, which was funded by the streets. All of this is funded by the streets. And this was also part of the plight, is because they know these types of people who are getting into this, they're also going to be talking about their lifestyle, and that lifestyle is going to influence people, and those influences are going to make them do things that are going to land them in prison.
Right.
That's the cycle right there. That is the cycle. How do we keep these prisons filled? We keep them filled by using music as a weapon. How do we use music as a weapon? We take the good message and we do away with it, and we bring in this message. We program them. We make them fight. We make them shoot each other. We make them not like the black woman. This is all slavery tactics, y'all. This is literally, it's done in the music now. And these leaders that they appoint, they make the young people feel like we don't have any options.
Right.
We don't have any options. They don't. I went to a helicopter simulator when I was my ex, her rest in power, he passed away, but her stepdad was high in the military, like a colonel or something. Ended up still worked on base, retired, all that. He took us to a helicopter simulator, and it was one of the most amazing things that I had ever done in my life. And I'm thinking to myself, like, no one told me this was an opportunity as a kid. I had
Right.
no idea that this existed. I'm already in my 30s, so now it's a little late. But how many other kids don't know that this doesn't exist?
Right.
There are. I watch the Olympics and I look at all these Olympic games and I say, we don't know about this.
Yeah.
We didn't know that this could get you to the Olympics. We didn't know this could get you. That's the whole point. And that's the reason why they didn't want us reading back in the day.
Mhm.
They did not want us reading because when we read, we got to see exactly what was around us, the opportunities that we were missing, and literally the state that we were in. And that's the form they wanted and needed to keep us uneducated. They had to. And now they're continuing it with doom scrolling and all of that. But our real power is education. And that's what Frederick Douglass taught.
Mm. Yeah, you might need to start wearing a white collar from now on, man. You might need to start wearing a white collar, man.
Not playing with y'all, man. Not playing with y'all, man. Y'all think, man, look, I'm telling y'all, man. What'd he say? On higher learning, he said, I ain't no dumb athlete. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said, that remains to be seen. Lawrence Fishburne was cold. And then what did that movie say at the end? After all that they said, what did that movie say at the end? It said, unlearn.
Mhm.
Unlearn everything that you didn't learn. You got to go through, and that's what you and I are talking about.
Yeah.
Now we have to, in our age, we have to unlearn all of the bad things that we learned growing up.
Right. And you know the thing, I think another thing is like we don't communicate, man. It's okay. Like my parents did the best that they could, and they did a hell of a good job. But if we don't talk about it, we can't make up change.
Right.
It's like, hey, when you did this when you was a kid, blase, blase, oh, I did this. This is the reason why. And a lot of things, I don't fault a lot of the generations before me because they did not know. They didn't have a manual with all of this.
Right.
Now we starting to be held accountable. We got AI, we got chat, we
Right.
got
Right.
GPT, we got
Yes.
bots.
Yes.
So it's starting to be really no excuse for this generation in eternity after this. It's no
Absolutely.
excuse. It's like the time is
Absolutely.
now to get it right.
And I mean, that's how we're in it. There is no excuse. Like
Yeah.
that goes back to like the slave coming to our house and looking at all the resources available to us and being like, you're not taking advantage of this.
Right.
Like the fact that we have access to libraries. Do you know what a slave, do you know what would have happened if a slave had access to a library? They would have became Frederick Douglass. It would have became Frederick Douglass, one of the most educated men of all times. That's what would have happened. And that's what they were afraid of. And now we have, and we do have a lot of Frederick Douglass. We have so many educated brothers and sisters walking around of all races, so many, but we don't put the highlight on them.
Mhm.
And that goes back to our old conversation. I was talking about who appointed Cardi B to begin with. I didn't appoint her. You didn't appoint her. Yet we're allowing her to be our leader. No,
Right.
that's y'all leader. That's y'all leader. Y'all appointed her. I'm only going by the piece. So I don't care what she does. She can go join whatever party she wants because that ain't my leader.
You talking about Nikki or Cardi?
Nikki, I'm sorry. Nikki, you know what I'm saying? Because it goes like, I don't care what you do. You ain't my leader. These are my leaders over here. You know what I'm saying?
She got a huge impact on the culture.
Because she's an appointed leader.
Right.
She's an appointed leader. That's exactly why. They know the appointed leaders will do actions like this. This is why they screen you. This is why they do all. They're not just going to point it to anybody. Everybody goes through it. This is why Drake is where he is. He was screened.
You know that it's 9:04. I ain't even.
Yeah. Look, y'all. We're gonna continue this next week. Look, we're gonna be creating the Patreon after hours very soon.
I shout out to Anthony. Anthony, we need that link so we can start buying your product. Boo Man and Pinky, I would still like to know the question that Nehemiah asked. What are you doing now with your kids? What was the question?
How you breaking the cycles? You said
Yeah,
that.
breaking
Yeah,
the cycle. Because I would like to know, me, a person that don't have kids as of yet, I want to know what are the things that you're doing, and maybe I can apply that to my future life.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. So we going, yeah, great. Oh yeah, and then we'll end with Anthony's comment. Our cousin is actually a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass. I don't know if you knew that, but Chucky's brothers related to Frederick Douglass.
for real?
Yeah. So the slave names that they come from. She said she put it in the chat. The slave names that they come from. I think is Bailey. So Frederick Douglass original comes from the slave family Bailey. And that's fact check that real quick. Was
Bailey?
Frederick Douglass? Yeah, Frederick Douglass. I think that's what it was. Frederick Douglass original, or is he's connected to the Baileys in some type of way. Let's see what that is. I don't know if it was his original name or what came after him or something like that.
Yeah, he was born Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey.
See what
1818 to 1895.
Yeah, and Omar is Omar Bailey.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I gotta call Uncle Subak too, because Uncle Subak said that we had some ties as well.
Yeah.
So
that's what
Pinky. Uncle Subak, you need to come on the show, man. I ain't seen you yet.
That's what Pinky said about the kids.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up the stream. Y'all know I got one screen now, so that's why I build that confidence in my kids and have them say morning affirmations, letting them know how strong, smart they are, and they are leaders and never followers. That's perfect.
I love that. I love that. You is strong. You is wise. What was that from? That was from that woman. Like, you is strong. I love that. All right, y'all. We already went over an hour. IG didn't already cut us. Happy weekend. Happy Darian. We just took Darian's day. He didn't even get the. We did. We didn't go. We didn't go nasty though. So.
Hey, you dressed up, man. That's all that matters.
I dressed down for y'all, man. Look, we'll be here next week. Same Zen station, Zen time, man. Y'all have a great week and get y'all some R, some rest, relaxation, and I forgot what we said the other one was. It's gonna be that. Just make sure you do that. Get you that 3 yards, y'all. We'll see y'all Monday. Holla.